I am not as familiar with Brother Polight as I am with the Omar Johnsons and the Moist Twatkins of the world. So, I really don't know of the guy's history in that same manner. I don't have that strong of an opinion about him. But he was on a show, he was on this panel, and he was speaking some real truth. So, yeah, thank you for tagging me in this. You know who you are. And just let's get into this.
Now it's time that we change the definition of masculinity. That is the root of the problem. That masculinity and femininity is a social construct. Even with you saying things are being defeminized, that's to say...
Okay, so we can hear from the beginning here that this woman is just completely off her rocker. We can change what masculinity is, sweetheart. Sit down. All right, go fix your weave. She attractive enough, but calm it on down, because that whole, as you guys know, the gender pseudoscience don't get no play over in these parts. Let's continue.
That there's something wrong with femininity, and it's not because we all are...
feminized doesn't stipulate that something wrong with femininity. It's something wrong with a male.
No.
Misappropriating femininity. Effeminate is not...
I mean, I ain't hear nothing wrong out of my man just right there.
Tapping into your femininity. As a man, I can tap into my femininity and say that without growing insecure. Sure. Being effeminate, that prefix E, right there, is telling me...
Isn't it effeminate? Like it's spelled with the E, but isn't it effeminate, not effeminate? Semantics.
That something isn't running its natural course. And someone wants me to behave outside the standard of a man who has the ability to access his femininity. So that means it's convoluted. So there's two different things going on.
We all behave masculine and feminine, just in different contexts. No, it should be.
But that's the thing. Even right now, in this context of this conversation that they're having, she's being incredibly aggressive and like a bit of a know-it-all to an extent, not particularly caring for what Brother Polight saying, even though he's 100% on the money at this point. But thanks to generations of gynocentrism throughout America, she is up there basically saying a whole bunch of word salad and nonsense, but she cute though. She's cute. She definitely has some show. So could the other one that hasn't spoken.
We are all fluid, and it's society that says this is what it...
You hear this, right? Like we are all fluid. No, we're not. All right, if we fluid, then I am hard liquor and you are Kool-Aid, darling. Okay, it's just not the same thing by any stretch of the imagination. There's no fluidity to this. The real social construct is you having this belief that you can go against your natural your natural state of being, your biological imperatives, and expect to live a pretty decent life. That's just not how it works out.
We have to remove that ourselves until the man hits a woman. Then he's going to be reminded he's a man. So I don't believe in all of that 50-50 talk and all that.
No, we're going to be reminded he's crazy. Because neither one should be hit.
You hear this bullshit, right? You hear what they about to start saying. No, neither one should be hit. No, to keep your hands to yourself. Okay, that's complete nonsense. That's complete trite BS right there. Because yes, once again, I talk about the biological imperative. When a guy sees a woman in peril, regardless, 9 times out of 10, he's going to instinctually go and try to assist her, particularly if it's at the hands of another dude. Now, is that smart? To be determined. It's completely circumstantial. But like this, we are equal, so no one should be putting their hands on each other. Yeah, we've seen females completely lose it and take hella swings at dudes and other females. So, and plus, one of the statistics is that since marriage is now equal across the board, chicks can marry chicks. Yeah, those are the marriages that are breaking up even like at a comparable rate to just regular standard marriages. So.
Each other. Yes, if a woman does it, she's crazy. Period.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm talking about society, and we know the rules, so we're not going to pretend like we don't understand what the deal is. What I'm saying is we're going to play like everybody could just be male or female and be who they are until someone completely is out of pocket. And everybody, what is that? We all do it to each other, and there's times when it's warranted. I'm not against the concept that this is a female and that's a male. This is a male's role. This is a female's role. There's nothing wrong with that, because in the animal kingdom, which we're part of, we like to deny it, But when you find out what group we're in, we're not in the Monera, Protista, fungi, right? We're in the animal kingdom. This is how this works. That's the place we belong. Okay, we're not fungus. All right? So what happens is they don't have this trip where the lions are like, yo, listen, man, I'm a male. And I'm just feeling like tapping into my lioness vibe. Like, they don't have that. And they got order in their kingdom. We have a problem because now it's like, yo, you're trying to suppress something in people. No, we're keeping balance. It's okay. Like, for me, if I had a son, I got 4 daughters. If I had a son, I was...
Whew, that's tough. But the deal is that they are of the belief that they've somehow been held back. They've somehow been suppressed. They've been oppressed. Oh my goodness, the patriarchy. I can guarantee you both of these chicks are like just balls deep in the manipulation sauce, to whereas, oh, there's some patriarchy that keeps women down and the whole, like, when in all reality, it's God, sweetheart. God created you the way that he created you, and he created us the way that he created us, specifically so we could carry out the functions that each of us are supposed to serve. But, you know, you can look particularly on old girl face right there. You could see it. She ain't trying to hear that.
My son pretend to be a father and play with dolls. I don't think that makes my son gay.
Thank you.
Because he could pretend to, he could raise guns, but he can't pretend to raise a child. Then we wonder why he's a damn criminal later on. So I'm with that. I'm not so insecure.
Sure, you're not going to take a dollhouse and just smash it upside his head like Kevin Hart?
That certain things can't transpire, but we must always put things into perspective so our children are not confused, because we know that there is a agenda to effeminize our males because they gotta weaken our community. That's a fact.
And you are speaking in the present tense as if, nah, this is already done. It is locked in, my guy. Make absolutely no mistake about it. We are weakened. The buck has been broken, okay? And a large part of that is the generations of single mothers who've, you know, raised these kids that are out here right now, you know, being crazy effeminate. And they are that way because without that father as an example, then it's nothing but pure chaos. And that's one of the main differences between the male and the female. And whereas instead of, like, you know, appreciating that and actually maneuvering ourselves towards, you know, accepting that fact, no, it's been about, oh, well, you know, females, you're victims because, you know, that man is going to, that man wants to hold you down. When in reality, like most times, like just in generally speaking, no, that's not the case at all.
They got to weaken us. And it doesn't mean women are not strong, but by the fault of them trying to tear down the men, it affects the women. I don't care if you look at it on a health level, because yes, they are manipulating the foods to give.
Okay, before he gets into the whole health level thing, see, that's the thing. Like, ask any of them. Ask particularly the single mothers. Ask them, oh, my goodness, I have it so hard. I have it so hard. Oh, my goodness, I'm just a struggling single mother. Well, you know, why didn't you do everything that you could to make sure that your child had a father, that you had that child in a solid and stable relationship? Oh, I'm just saying. There is no saying. And that took place back in the 60s and 70s, and it continues to take place to this very second. So he about to go into all the foods and everything else like that. Good on you, my guy. But from a policy and a legislative position, the damage has been done. I'm sorry.
Hormonal imbalance is a fact. There's no way around it. It's a fact. I agree with you. And I give you a fact right now. Bisphenol A, BPA, the stuff that they put in the plastics, right? What is that? It's a synthetic hormone. What's a hormone? If we had to find a synonym for the word hormone, we would look for the word instructions. Hormones give you instructions. Cortisol gives you instructions to be stressed and to kind of block out whatever's going on. So people tend to forget whatever's going on when they get stressed. Cortisol. Okay? Serotonin is a hormone. What does that do? Serotonin reminds you to be happy. It is instructions to be happy. When we get produced, you're supposed to be happy. That's how that works. Insulin. Okay, out the pancreas. Insulin is a hormone. Diabetes should be considered a hormonal disorder. They don't say that because you get closer to the truth. Because then you'll realize when you get pills, you're getting your instructions from cows and pigs. And especially if you're Muslim and you're getting instructions from a pig, then astaghfirullah. You feel what I'm saying? So now that's a problem. So insulin being produced in the body gives instructions for the blood sugar for the cells to open up their walls to allow blood sugar to go in so it can metabolize. That's instructions. So bisphenol A, BPA. when we find bisphenol A in plastics, it is a synthetic, man-made, right, hormone that pretends to be what? Estrogen. Now, I drink some water. Unbeknown to me, my water has instructions, estrogen instructions. Now I have excess amounts of estrogen instructions in my male body.
And they're putting chemicals in the water to turn the freaking frogs gay. I'm sorry. Alex Jones caught a lot of hell for that, but he was actually referencing a study where, a college was actually doing that. I mean, they, like, a lot of people made tons of fun about over Alex Jones over that clip because of how he presented it, but the man was speaking truth. And so, me personally, I believe that, it's already there inside my body. Whatever thing that's going to kill me, whatever thing that's going to turn into a cancer and destroy me, it's already there. My body is going to betray me. I just, part of me kind of hopes it happens at the butt so I can say, "E2 booty." I'm sorry. I'm such a nerd.
Now, we're going to talk about what makes a male male, what makes a female female. Well, I know my testosterone.
That's, gender and sex are different.
Hold
You're
on.
speaking about sex.
Now, we ain't going to play games now.
But she's right. I mean, make no mistake. She's 100% correct because it's not the same thing. One is made specifically to subvert the other. And that's what gender is. That's why I call it pseudoscience nonsense. I don't care how many PhDs or degrees you got. There's no convincing me that this wasn't invented specifically to subvert biology, so we wouldn't pay attention to our nature, so we wouldn't build our communities and build our nation up on our basic human nature, as opposed to, oh yeah, go ahead, ladies, because capitalism needs women in the workforce. Make absolutely no mistake about it. Capitalism needs women with bread in their pocket, because guess what? It's going to burn a hole. She going to spend it fast as you know what. I mean, there was a story about Pamela Anderson marrying a guy after he paid $200,000 in debt for her, and then we getting this annulled, man. And then dipping. So like that's female nature, and instead of gearing things around a balance between the female and the male, everything has tilted in favor of the female, which is actually a rather dangerous proposition because we see all the chaos that it's bringing.
Because hormones give us instructions, and estrogen gives women instructions in excess amounts, and testosterone gives men instructions to be men. It makes our voice deeper. In fact, if I start lifting weights, right, because the way my body is built, I'm going to produce that much more testosterone. Pardon me. This is a fact. This is a scientific fact. If I lift weights right now, it's one of the ways to raise a man's testosterone. Okay, it's a fact.
It is a fact. Why are they acting? Oh wait, because they just don't know that. They were in gender studies where, oh yeah, if a woman lifts weights, it's the same as a man. No, it's not.
Raising a woman, but not like it does in a man. Testosterone on instructions makes us grow extra hair on our body, makes us have a deeper voice, makes us more aggressive. This the shit that makes a man a man. So when we see a woman getting overly aggressive, we be like, damn, she acting like a dude. That's an actual scientific fact or statement. It's a little different.
Look at the face on old girl sitting on the right. She's like, what?
Though, because if you're thinking outside the context of science, then it's like, man, that's the construct. But if we talk in science, it's a fact.
So you believe in both? So you believe in both?
Huh?
So you believe in both?
So let me just close this point out.
So you believe in both?
It's not for me to
you
believe.
I'm talking
about
that
science. I'm not even dealing with belief at this particular point.
But you're saying it, so obviously you believe it because you're spinning it as
facts.
facts.
It's an actual fact that hormones give.
Because biology is a real thing. It's just, wow. I think I figured out the title of this video, Gender versus Biology. Brother Polight has to deal with two chicks just completely lost in the world. They are lost souls who have been sold a bill of goods that just it can't help you, it can't benefit you, and they are so not accustomed to hearing that she's just in disbelief over there.
Instructions is an actual fact that bisphenol A put in plastics pretends to it comes into the body and presents itself as estrogen when it's not. So the body responds to it as though it's estrogen. And so now we have excess amounts of estrogen in our male bodies. And the woman now has excess amount of estrogen in her body. So what does that do? When she has high estrogen levels, what happens when you have too much estrogen in your female body in excess amounts? You get fibroids. It's a super fact. Now you look it up. What causes fibroids?
Where these facts come
what
from?
causes fibroids? An excess amount of estrogen.
But you
So here's the thing. I can't particularly. I'm not a scientist or a doctor to per se. Well, at all. But so as far as what creates the fibroids and the like, I can't really speak to that. But as far as the base of what he's saying, he is 130% on point. And because she's been indoctrinated into the gender ideology, it's going over her head as if it can't even be possible.
That to be a man, but you just said to be a man and what to be a woman is socially constructed. You did just say that, right?
No, I said.
No, he didn't say that at all. See, you're not listening. You're not listening at all. He didn't say that, but what he's doing is he's leaning on on human nature, on our biological natures, and breaking it down from that level. But biology ain't her thing. Gender is.
I said that we're talking in science. I said that we're talking in science. We're not going to say that, and it'll sound de facto.
So what I'm asking is, do you believe in both? Because it cannot be both.
Do I believe in what, males
and
females?
Do you believe that what it means to be a man is socially constructed, or do you believe that there's biological stuff in your body that makes you be a man? Because that's what you're spitting right now.
The stuff we're talking about with the social construct.
Okay, I'm not really feeling how he can't just say, like, he's leaning on the biological. Gender isn't real. Like, my goodness, wipe your butt with that ideology, man, because it's nonsense.
Predicts science. We want to have a conversation about social construct if we deal with science. Because science would be like, that makes a male a male. We're going to talk about gametes. We're going to talk about sex cells. We're going to talk about hormones. Then we're going to talk about testosterone and estrogen. Though I named other ones, such as cortisol, serotonin. You can say melatonin. You can also say insulin.
Yeah, but you're giving them too much, man. This is way too much for her female brain to process, my guy.
There's a number of hormones coming from the diagram and everything. They're all instructions. So what I'm saying is, when a man has too much estrogen in his body, it can produce breasts, right? It makes him...
How's those Impossible Whoppers tasting, guys?
Overly emotional. Now, does it make a woman overly emotional? No, that is her balance.
That's her natural space. That's her natural state, is the overly emotional, which is the counterbalance to the men solemn, far more calm and level-headed nature. That's why the combination is supposed to work. And over the past, millennia has worked so well.
Men are not naturally overly emotional. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if a man has too much estrogen in his body, it makes him out of whack. If a woman has estrogen in her body, she's in her space as a woman.
I just want to say something on this.
If she has too much testosterone, she's out of whack. Now watch this.
He 100% correct.
The construct should go out the window when it comes to competition.
Yeah.
Because nobody want to hear, gender's a construct. Nobody want to hear that. No one's going to let a LeBron James, like Dave Chappelle said, a LeBron James say that he's transgender, he's going to play in the WNBA. Because at that point, now we find out the construct shit is bullshit.
Oh, they working on it. There was a lawsuit that was filed this week in federal court where the girls in Connecticut are trying to want to get transgendered banned from competition in female athletics.
Because we ain't gonna let this grown man in heels play against the other women in the WNBA. Now there's such a thing that makes a man, and a woman, a woman.
I agree.
Only when it's sports.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Trust me, he won't want to play in the you won't want to play in the WNBA anyway. No one wants to play in the arenas, man. Seriously.
But I do want to say that the doctors tried to give me a medicine called Risperdal. And thank God I never took it, because 6 months later on the TV, I saw, if you've taken this medicine and have grown breasts as a man.
It's a fact.
So when you said that.
And another big part of the reason why the drug war is as nutty as it is, because, we lock people up for, the hard stuff like meth and coke and crack and crank and all that other good stuff, speed. But when it comes to what the pharmaceutical companies are able to get away with, it's not even a contest. It's a big part of the reason why I hate the drug war so much, because of the natural hypocrisy it's created.
It made me realize, that the doctors didn't care about me getting better. They just wanted to make sure that I didn't harm anyone else.
Here's another question.
And that's the thing when it comes to the doctors not caring about you getting better, bruh, you are not alone in that. It's one of the reasons my mother ended up dying, because she always listened to the doctor, and the doctor was always like, well, more pills, because that's going to solve it. And so thusly, like, I ended up losing my mom to it. So guys, I found this to be rather entertaining and rather enlightening when it came to Brother Polight. Once again, I'm not very familiar with him, so I don't have strong feelings on the guy either way, as opposed to other, quote unquote black folk who go out there and do they speaking things. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? I get to an extent that a lot of my videos are me just reiterating or re-illustrating a point that I've already previously made, or something that I really stand on. But once again, it's nice to see that I'm not the only one trying to push back against this awful narrative. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next one.